Yeah, I thought we got off obviously to a great start. Dante's steal and pass to AJ for the layup, and then the 4-point play by Josh was, a great energizing stretch for us. But it was really our defense that carried us. Holding them to 2 points in the first 5 minutes for a team that averages 77 a game, I think is a tribute to the way these guys were moving their feet. They were reacting on the flight of the ball. They were communicating on screening coverages, and then obviously we were able to kind of ride that start to the victory. And so, happy for these guys and proud of the way that they prepared themselves and the way they performed tonight.
And then making it to the championship game of the year you opened this building, does that add anything to it?
We want to be in the championship game as many years as we can be, and so. I think these guys are, happy for the opportunity to be back in a championship game. Obviously, hopefully we can have a better crowd than we had today, for the championship game, because these guys are working awfully hard, and I think they deserve some more support than they got this afternoon. And hopefully we can get the word out, and everybody can get information instantaneously. So we should start getting the word out that there's a game here 7 o'clock on Tuesday night for a lot. And these guys deserve great support, great energy, and great enthusiasm from a fan base that unfortunately we didn't get tonight. So it's great that we get to have it in our home building, and we're excited for the opportunity to play on Tuesday night. But we have a lot of work to do.
What do you feel as the reasoning behind the fan base not coming out?
That's not my. Obviously the students are on spring break, but it's a pretty big area here, Western Pennsylvania, and pretty big community here in Moon Township, and we have a lot of room on the bandwagon. We'd love people to come and join it.
AJ, how did it feel to slam home that alley-oop? That end of the game, the whole crowd, everyone that was here really got on their feet, and it pretty much solidified that you guys were going to the NEC Championship.
It felt great. Jayhawk passed me a great pass, and I just finished it. It was good.
One of the best moments in your basketball career to date.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Speaking of Jalen, it seemed like he brought a ton of energy today. Was kind of the ideal version of what he's given you over the year. Do you feel the same way that he was kind of what you picture him being?
Yeah, and it's funny. I was laughing with him as I was leaving the locker room. Him and I agreed to disagree yesterday on something. So sometimes that's better when we have that kind of edge to our relationship. But I thought he played really, really well. I thought he was active as could be defensively. And when he's active, he all of a sudden he finds opportunities to score. And I think when he takes the floor with that mentality, he brings us so much energy and so much positivity. And I thought he did a great job today. These guys obviously got us off to a great start, but I thought when he hit the floor, he kind of helped keep that energy going and even raised it at times.
Raekwon finished with 9 points. He only got 4 shots off today. Derek mentioned that he is a little hurt, a little banged up, but how did you guys go really approaching limiting his production, limiting his touches, his shots?
He's a handful, obviously. He's had an unbelievable career in this league, multiple-time first-team All-League player, averages 20 and 8. And, we just tried to make his catches as far away from the basket as we could. We tried to keep our feet moving as best we could. One of those first drives of the game, AJ just, kind of just kept moving his feet, keeping him in front. And I think it frustrated him at times. And I think that was what our game plan was, whether it was Giannis, working, whether it was AJ working, whether it was Bane on him, just trying to keep your chest between him and the basket as best you possibly can, which isn't easy. And I think over time, that kind of wore on him.
Dante, when it came with how you guys started the game, how much did that take the pressure off you guys? You were up 16-2 in the first 4 minutes.
I don't know about pressure, but obviously we want to get off to a good start, so I just try to bring energy for guys and get guys going, talk to people, and I feel like that still really helped out.
Josh, LIU made, I think it was a NATO run to begin the second half, and then you hit a 3 and kind of put your hands down like that. Was that just, were you trying to tell guys, come on, calm down, and when you were in the moment like that?
Definitely. You could see it in guys' faces. I could see it especially in my brother's face. He was getting a little frustrated. And while the game was going on, it's hard to huddle up at certain times. So sometimes you have to step up and make a play and bring guys back together and back to terms for what you're doing. And so after I hit the 3, I did look at the bench and I said, calm down, relax. We're still in the league, and we can get it back up to where we want to be.
Coach, third straight game for you guys with 19 or more assists. What does that say about how you're playing offensively right now?
I mean, that's how we've been playing offense all year. And I think, it's a very unselfish group. These three guys right here are, at the top of that list. There's a number of times we yell at Josh to shoot more. AJ obviously is such a willing passer, and Tay, is one of our assist leaders. And I think that kind of trickles down to everybody else. And I think guys are happy for each other when they make a shot and when they can create an assist or create an opportunity for a teammate. That's such a positive play, and it just shows the connectivity between these guys. And it's not always easy. I mean, we've played some teams this year that try and limit our ball movement, try and limit some of those assist opportunities, and these guys keep fighting, to try and make the right play and the right pass at the right time.
For any of the guys, when it comes to fan support and that kind of thing, is it going to be Monday when everybody's back around? You're going to be trying to recruit people to come out to the game Tuesday night?
I definitely will be.
How you going to do it?
Social media.
Coach, I think I counted 6 NEC championship games in 11 years now. Speak a little bit. Speak to the consistency that might say.
Hardworking players, right? Hardworking guys who are committed to trying to win. That's really what it comes down to. We set the expectation every year to try and compete for the NEC championship. And these guys are the ones that do the heavy lifting. And so we've been fortunate to have a number of really talented guys who are great teammates and competitive basketball players, and these guys are no different. And that's why we're fortunate enough to have an opportunity to compete for a championship.
Ryan Peters tweeted today that you told Keith Braxton and after the St. Francis regular season game that you hope you don't have to play him again. Now it's the 3rd time this season you're going to get him. How difficult is it to game plan against those two guys 3 separate times?
How does Ryan Peters get that information? That's what I want to know. He's got a bat phone to Braxton and Blackman. Obviously those are guys that have had great careers. They're guys who are well respected throughout the league for what they've done, and it's going to take a great effort by us in our defense to be able to slow them down. To be able to limit their effectiveness, to be able to limit their opportunities for good looks. And I thought in the first game we didn't do that at all. I thought in the second game we did a pretty good job of it, but we know this 3rd time around that they're going to be at their best, and we need to be at our best. And I think that that's the way that a championship is supposed to be decided, with 2 teams competing as hard as they can and trying to execute their plans.
Obviously, when they got down early, they brought the pressure full court. I guess what were the challenges that presented, and how do you feel you reacted to it?
I think we reacted well. We responded well. We knew they was going to come out and pressure us. I had a few turnovers, so I knew I had to pick it up on my end. But I think everybody else responded well. John did real good, taking care of the ball, getting to the free throw line, knocking free throws down. So I think we did well.
You feel you were outside of the circle on the charge attempt there?
Yeah, I think I was.
Josh, you guys posted 5 players in double figures today. Talk about how much fun that might be, when you guys are all clicking at one point in time and just getting the ball rolling like you guys did today.
I think that's the most exciting thing about playing a team sport, is that you can get everybody engaged and active into the game. To see everybody be able to go out there and have fun and score the ball in the fashion that we did, it's a testament to how talented we really are. And like Coach Toole said, how we share the ball. We had a lot of assists tonight, and so that was a testament to how unselfish we are. And at the end of the day, if you're unselfish with the ball and you're rooting for the guy next to you, and that makes it that much more fulfilling.
And did you feel that that's when your team is at the best, when everyone's kind of contributing, everyone's scoring like that?
Definitely. It's hard. Obviously, these 2 guys are at the top of most scouting reports, and they take a ton of attention. But what a benefit it is when Savion McEwen comes in and he can get you 8 points, right? And now you go like, all right, how much help do we give off of Josh or AJ? Or, now we got to worry about this guy. Then Jalen comes in and he gets 13 and he's attacking the rim. So I think all of those things are so critical. They started to pressure Tay and John, and then all of a sudden those guys are, getting to the free throw line, hurting you at the free throw line. He hits 2 big threes. Those are things that make it hard on defenses. And I think we talk all the time about how valuable, being able to play 8 guys, over 10 minutes is for us, in terms of how they can compete defensively, and how these guys can be at their best maybe in 28 to 32 minutes versus playing 37 or 38. And I think that helps out a lot when those guys can go in and be able to make shots, defend the way they do, and then these guys can come back in fresh, ready to do their job.
AJ, was that just an ankle that you hurt early in the second half?
Yeah, I just twisted it. Yeah, I'm fine.
Josh, as a senior, what does it mean that you've earned one more game here in this building and you're also going to be playing for an NEC Conference Championship and a potential NCAA tournament berth?
It means everything. I've come up short in my career, and so to have this opportunity, I'm extremely humble for it. I've worked hard over the last 4 or 5 years to be here, and I appreciate the guys that I have playing next to me for working just as hard and for competing just as hard, allowing me to lead this team. But man, it's a great feeling, but I'd hate to get there and not end up with the championship, So as good of a feeling as it is, I won't be completely satisfied until we're cutting down nets or holding up a trophy. So as great a feeling as it is, I still got work to do, and we still got work to do as a team.
Thank you, gentlemen.